We're very pleased to be joined at this time by José Bautista. José, thank you so much for joining us on Blair and Barker. I'm told you took BP today, and I'm told that you hit a home run.
Wow.
Is this true? And apparently there's footage of this.
It's true. But whoever told you sort of lied to you because I hit 2 home runs, not 1.
There you go.
So.
I mean, you know what? You can't trust the media.
Counting.
Yeah, I know. I bet you were counting. Absolutely. Anyhow, welcome back to Toronto. Hey, obviously there's a lot of storylines surrounding this year's edition of the team, but one of them has been Vladdy's slow start to the year that has now started to pick up. And, we're seeing Vladdy make good contact and taking the ball the opposite field. And part of what everybody's being told is that it is only a matter of time before those singles start turning into doubles or start turning into home runs. As someone who was, one of the best power hitters we've seen in this city, is it really that simple? Is it really a matter of singles sort of magically becoming extra base hits?
From one perspective, yes. Maybe it doesn't look like that from Vladdy's eyes, but it definitely will look like that to others later. It's all about execution with a guy like Vladdy. He's proven everything that he needed to prove. He's capable of doing it. His talent is there. It's pretty evident, right? Just a matter of, setting the stage right, having runners on base, kind of forcing the pitchers to come to him, being patient, grinding the bats day after day, maintaining the discipline and the patience until he gets enough pitches over the fat of the plate where he won't miss them, right? So, that's the game we play at this high level, especially when you're a power hitter and everybody's trying to avoid that zone because obviously everybody knows that that's where most of the damage is done. So you got to buy yourself a lot of those pitches, right? As many as you can, and then don't miss them. So it'll come. It'll come for this club too, with consistency and hard work and dedication. These guys will find their stride and they'll rise back up to the top of the division as usual. They'll be in the playoffs again, God willing, and we're all going to have fun in September and October.
Jose, how hard is it to make adjustments when you're not hitting home runs at the plate? When I mean adjustments, not so much about what you're swinging at or not swinging at, like mechanical adjustments, whether it's move your hands, your feet, moving the batter's box. Is that a tough thing to do for a home run hitter?
100%. Any change is hard to trust, right? Because you're making the change to seek for results, and it's always tough when you try to chase those. Especially when you're exclusively chasing power numbers. So you try not to fall into those traps and just trust that if you have a consistent plan and approach and you stick to the process, the results will be there at the end. And that's the hardest part, to be able to trust that. So I'm hoping and I'm confident, I should say, that Vladdy's going to let that play out. And everybody's going to be patient around him because I think the more you feel that people expect that and want it, the more you try to do it, and again, then you're chasing it, and I don't think you get the best results that way. So I'm just hoping for him, and just know that it'll be there at the end. Manny Ramirez is very famous for quoting himself or giving out quotes that it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and he was notorious for slow starts, but at the end of the season, his numbers were always 330 and 100. So. There's no reason to think it'll be different for Vladdy. He's that kind of caliber player.
Jose, you used an interesting phrase there. You talked about chasing power, and Chris Bassett earlier this year was talking about how he sees pitchers chasing power, and it was the argument about maybe it's time for guys to start pitching more as opposed to simply trying to hump up and have power all the time. Power is what gets dudes paid in the game for the most part, though, right? And I'm just wondering how hard it is as a ball player to not be lured, right, by power, because it does seem to be the currency of the game right now.
It's the reward system. I think that's what you're alluding to, right? Not that you ever want to just again, chase the results, but you can fall into the trap. The problem is that when you're just playing the power game all the time, you lose precision, and there's a there's a balance to be had there because you don't need your max power in order to hit a ball out. You need the most precision possible. But again, it's hard to trust when most balls nowadays are coming 95 plus into the strike zone. So, you got to have that good balance of enough power, but more precision when you're squaring the ball up. And for a pitcher, I think the equivalent will be a release point, just to know exactly where and when to release every pitch to get the desired outcome and the location you want it to be. So, there's a price to pay. And the more you focus on power, I think, it's my opinion, that you lose precision. So, that's a tough line to be walking.
Jose, when you hit him in batting practice, did that tell you were going to hit a bunch of them in the game?
Sometimes you can translate that feeling for sure. If you're staying nice and tight and compact and feel effortless and just squaring the ball up and hitting through it, you've been in that batter's box before and had enough of those feelings where, your swing just feels like butter. You're just slicing through the ball and it barely feels like you're making contact. You don't even feel the impact, really. That's for me when I knew that I was in a good spot and I didn't have to do too much to get the most out of my swing. And those were the fun days that I was I was eager to get out of batting practice and just get the game started.
The one of the real good stories on the Blue Jays this year has been Davis Schneider, who, since he's come up last year, his OPS plus, all these numbers are all amongst the league leaders. And it was interesting. We had him on a little earlier this week. And this is a guy who was a late draft pick. He was a guy who just very diligently worked his way up the organization. And I asked him, when did it, click in for you? And he kind of said, I don't even really want to think about when it clicked in because I'm just enjoying, I'm just enjoying being here. And I wanted to ask you, when your career took off again in Toronto, was there a particular month or a particular time, Jose, where you felt that, okay, this is who I am. I have arrived. Whatever happened in my career early, that doesn't matter. And as a hitter, as a professional athlete, how relaxing is that to know that you are, that you have arrived?
Well, I don't necessarily think I saw it that way. I just got consistent, and I felt good every single day that I had, a good plan to be consistent. And that's what allowed me to pile up numbers throughout a season, right? I just felt like that was my missing ingredient. I just got, enough good resources, feedback, and I created a new game plan on how to go out there every single day and seek for that consistency and felt confident with it. So, I don't think there was a day either. I think, you look back and you see when the results change, but it's hard to pinpoint exactly at when it happened. You just know that you work on certain things and just finally stuff starts feeling like it's in sync and it's controlled and it makes sense. And you don't have that sense of urgency or fear of the unknown when you're taking a swing and the pitcher's about to let go of the ball. So you just go out there and try to attack the baseball when you see it, as you're letting it come to you, and just compete. At the end of the day, we're all out there competing. It doesn't really matter how you feel. It doesn't matter how your mechanics are doing. If you just grind and compete and make contact, you still got a chance to get to first base, right? So, you can always default to that and just grinding out at bats and be a tough competitor, and you might get out of it by doing that.
Jose, this might be a silly question, but the Blue Jays are breaking out their new unis tonight. Can that bring a team, an offense together? Like everybody's liking that uni. They're going out, they're looking fresh.
Yeah, there's a freshness to it.
Oh, yeah, they're hitting homers. Look at you, man. That thing looks nice on you. Guy goes out and hits a homer. It's like the home run jacket. Everybody now wants to wear it, right? Can that bring a team together, having a new uniform?
I think so. Well, again, I'm trying to quote more guys today, but I think Ricky Henderson used to say, if you look good, you play good. There's definitely something to that. Again, and I think it's rooted in confidence. So I know the guys are going to look good tonight because I'm digging this new jersey. So I'm going to be walking with mine around later today. Hopefully get on the broadcast for a minute, and hopefully the guys feel the same as they step onto the field and they get their confidence level a little higher.
Jose, listen, man, it's great of you to join us. It's always good to talk to you. I think you know that Toronto is your home, and
Yep.
certainly your baseball home, man. And it's great of you to do this. Thanks so much for your time, and enjoy your time here.
Thanks, buddy.
I appreciate you both. Have a good one.
See
Take
ya.
care. That's Jose Bautista.